we consenting to? This is a topic that's actually really dear to my heart because it's essentially the backbone of why I do everything it is that I do within my life's work in the wealth frequency shift and the regenerative business model that we are expanding upon with Anagic. And it's really important for every single one of us to think about the world that we're consenting to. We're all seeing what's going on in the world right now in various different places. It's bombarded to us in all areas, whether you're watching the news or whether you're on social media or whatever conversations that you're in. And the reason why the world has become the way that it's become is because we have consented to this in some which way or another through what we have been tolerating, not only from the powers that be, but also in the relationships that we have, whether that be familial relationships, friendships, work relationships, whatever that may be. So first we've consented to what's currently going on individually and collectively through what we have tolerated. And then consent comes through action or inaction, and through focus and through attention. So the question is, where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your attention? What are you taking action towards? What are you not taking action towards? What are you talking about but not acting upon? Because the only way things are going to change is if we as an individual stand strong in our truth and our message and our voice, and also most importantly in our leadership. There's a reason why they have programmed us, they, whoever they may be, that's speculative. However, the fact still remains. There's a reason why we have been programmed to be followers. There's a reason why we have been programmed to blindly believe in authority. There's a reason why we've been programmed to not critically think for ourselves, to just blindly believe anything and not question it. Oh, don't ask questions. And that's not even through entirely from the powers that be and authoritarian stances. Well, authoritarian stances, yes, because it also comes from caregivers. Don't ask questions. None of your business, you know? So there's a reason why this has all happened. It's to create a weak society. Because a weak society that follows, that are basically sheeple, yeah, they're more easily controlled and manipulated. They're more easily coerced. We've been seeing this more and more so since 2020. Some people, I mean, it blows my mind because some people are still very deep in the illusion. And I'm like, where the fuck, have you been under a rock? Like, can you not see? Especially if you're in the thick of it, fuck. But more people are starting to see. Their eyes are opening. And they're starting to see, and most importantly, they're starting to feel. We have been programmed against our humanity. Trauma and toxicity has been normalized. That's not normal. The things that we see on social media, the abhorrent things that we see, it's not normal. But somehow that's been normalized. So what are we consenting to when it comes to what's going on in the world right now? Because it happens through what we tolerate, where we put our attention, where we put our focus, and most importantly, where we put our money. Where are you putting your money right now? Is it going to big corporations? Is it going to corporations that are funding Israel? Is it going to corporations that are funding wars? Is it going to corporations that are destroying the planet? Is it going to corporations that are destroying the Amazon? That are taking away indigenous rights? Where are you putting your money? Do you even know? Do you even think about that? Because they've made us believe that our power is in the vote. When in actual fact, their power is making us believe that our power is in the vote, because then that divides us. And when we are divided, we are conquered. There's a reason why they play us off against each other. Left, right, black, white, cis, LGBTQ, whatever that is. No. The fact of the matter is, we're all people. None of us are innocent. We've all got our own shit. And the way in which we choose to move, and the way in which we choose to be, most importantly, is what decides what we consent to for the future. We all have shit where none of us are innocent. Yeah, every single one of us carries everything within us. The whole universe. This is how powerful we are. And as happy and light and jovial as we can also be very fucking dark at the same time. Every single one of us. However, we've been programmed again in a way to suppress our darkness, to run away from our shadow. And then ultimately through that comes out unconsciously. Through people through comments behind screens and blaming and pointing, rather than actually taking ownership and accountability for where they're at and how shit they feel and doing something about it. And this is how we shift things, is by really taking ownership and accountability for the shadow that we're feeling, rather than allowing it to just leak out onto other people and to add even more negative energy into this experience. It's been proved by science that this experience is an energetic experience. This is a frequency experience. And you are going to attract the frequency that you are. So if you want better, you must raise your frequency. And the way in which you raise your frequency is by integrating your shadow and looking in the mirror and taking full ownership and accountability and responsibility for where you're at, what you're experiencing, and where you want to go. And what you want to create. Because, newsflash, no one's going to come and fucking save us. No one's going to save me, no one's going to save you, no one's going to save Tracy, no one's going to save Eric. We have to save ourselves. And we get to do that within the embrace of community. And again, they've taken us away. This is also a part of the agenda of taking away communities, of individualizing us. A lot of us are doing it on our own. No, we don't have to do it on our own. And we're not actually designed to do it on our own. That's why a lot of people are depressed and anxious. And yeah, we're social creatures. We're supposed to be within community, and we're supposed to be supporting one another in all of the ways that we can, adding our medicine and our magic within the community. This is what it's about. But to control us and to manipulate us, they have divided us and they have taken us away from community. So coming back to community is really important. Hello, whoever's hopped on. I hope you're well. I'm sending you love. Whether that be online or in person. And this is the thing. We all have the power. Every single one of us has the power. We've been made to believe that we're insignificant and that we don't have the power, but we do. There's power in numbers as well. Only 1% of the globe actually control the globe. 4% are the pushers of the agenda. And then the rest of the people, they're either deeply asleep, unconscious in the illusion, or they're not coming together in community to really work on shifting things. I'm one of the ones that are working on shifting things. And how am I doing that? By creating and expanding upon a regenerative system and community and wealth model, so we can all rise up out of the system together in community, where I not only teach you how to create a successful business through the simple switch of water, I give you all of the coaching and the mentorship and the guidance and the support, so you can fully come back to your power, so you can create the external experience that you desire within your relationships, the community that you desire, the love, the safety, the security, the nourishment, because this is what it's about, really. Yeah, money in the hands of good people is what's going to change this world, and it's a huge reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. However, it's much bigger than that. It's about the safety that we create within our communities, within our relationships. And at the moment, so many people do not feel safe within their relationships, within their communities, within their families. And we get to change this. And the only way that we change this is by individually taking ownership and taking action. We give our consent. Oh, that was one of my cats playing with the broom. She knocked it over. We give our consent to what we tolerate, what we give our attention to, where we put our focus, what we give our energy to, and what we give our money to. That's what we give our consent to. So what are you consenting in your life? Because ultimately, that's what you're a part of creating. So are you a part of the problem, or are you a part of the solution? How are you approaching your relationships? How are you talking to yourself? How are you talking to other people in your relationships? Are you integrating your shadow? Are you integrating your darkness? Are you alchemizing? Are you alchemizing the icky sticky stuff inside of you to be able to rise above and raise your frequency to create a better experience? Or are you in victimhood, blaming everyone else, pointing fingers and blaming and not taking any ownership and accountability for where you're at? Because newsflash, your life is a mirror of your internal environment. And the reason that this world is so dark right now is because so many people are unconscious to the darkness that they have within, and they're not integrating, and they're not doing the thing. And this is the way that we collectively change the world, is by going first, doing it for ourselves, and then supporting our tribe in doing the same in our own unique way. This is it. This is it. It's stepping into our own form of self-leadership in creating better for ourselves, changing our world. And then when we do that, ultimately it adds to the world changing. And we not only do this for ourselves, we do this for our family. We do this for our children. This is so much bigger than ourselves. This is so much bigger than ourselves. So what are you consenting to in your life? What are you allowing in your life? This is a marathon. This is not a race. I've been on this conscious life creation journey for me for 8 years, and I'm still going through it. It just unravels, it unravels. And it's much better in the embrace of community, safe spaces. And this is what the wealth frequency shift is all about. This is what I'm all about. Is creating, doing my best to create that safety and that coherence, so you can be witnessed in your journey of healing, expansion and evolution. This is what it's all about, all whilst creating everything that you want in your life. Because what you see here and what you feel here, those big dreams, those desires, they're there for you. It's a memory from the future, just like you have a memory from the past. The only time is now. That's the only time. And you get a memory from the past, and what comes from the future and the vision that you have for what you want, that's a memory from the future, from your highest timeline. And there's so many different timelines that you can choose from. If you're going down a path of anxiety, of anger, that's a lower timeline. However, if you're choosing to focus on the gratitude and what's coming and what you want to create, that's your highest timeline. And those drops that come in, those nudges that are meant for you of where to go and what to do and what to create and all of that jazz, that's your highest timeline. So it's transcending all of these internal blocks and fears and worries and whatever comes up, these icky sticky stuff that I support you with. It's alchemizing and transcending these so you can move towards your highest. And a lot of the times people have a fear of being seen, a fear of being heard. A lot of people's throat chakras blocked. It's a whole thing, and it's a part of the agenda. It's very insidious the way that they've done it. But we get to support each other in rising. And if you feel called to me and my frequency and my teachings, then I'm here. I've got you. You're not alone. You get to change things for yourself, and you get to change things for the world. You are so powerful. Hello, Dennis. I hope you're well. I'm sending you love. Everything that you are doing, the way in which you are being, is contributing to the macro. You are the micro of the macro. And the aim of the game is to feel good. And if you don't feel good, then what you get to do is you get to shift that. You get to change that. And how do you do that? By looking in the mirror and asking yourself what it is that you need to do to alchemize and transcend so you can raise your frequency. It's as simple as that. It's not easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of pain and darkness and struggles that we must move through. This is why many people are living a hard life, because they're choosing to live easy and not focus on that. However, when we choose the hard, when we choose to go really inward and do the alchemical work so we can transcend and raise our frequency, we then ultimately live an easy life. And this is what we get to create for ourselves, our families, and ultimately our children and the world as a whole. So, hello Sunil, I hope you're well. I'm just finishing this transmission, but there will be a replay available. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. If you feel called to my work, and if you want to explore the regenerative wealth model that I support people in building, then I'll pop a link in the comments so you can explore. And as always, my inbox is open. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, I love you so much. Have a beautiful day.